Hey everybody, this is back again with some more Heat's Signature. We're taking another hard mission and gonna get another one from old Seder Fiasco there. If you recall, that lowers the price on doing our personal mission, which is just a super hard mission for later. We have to pay her to start doing it, and like I said before, I'm cutting out the travel times. So we're here for a couple reasons. Now, you'll notice we have our rechargeable long-distance crash beam, which we used to disable this guy's safety shield. He saw us, came after us, and then we immediately had to use it again, because that other guy saw the body and activated his thing there. That's not doing so good, so what do you say we use our subverter? That's something we haven't used before. It activates the turret, which it changes the turret to work for us, basically, which means anybody that passes by that turret is going to have a bad time. Now, if their shield is activated, they won't care, because it won't penetrate their shield, but if we can get their shield down. Alright, a quiet, quick-fire shotgun. Quick-fire is, of course, very nice in an emergency. You see that the turret does not attack us now. Let's give it a try. What do you say? Being quiet is really, overrated. I'd like to get all these guys together. Basically, I want to be able to ambush them, either with a grenade or just the shotgun. I don't know if I can do all three at the same time. Honestly, if that top guy who's looking at me went away, I could probably wrench the two in the back. There's just a lot of options when it comes to that one, but yeah, that guy right there is staring at me, and if he doesn't move quick, fast, in a hurry... It looks like they're all taking their turns moving, so in the interest of the LP and not sitting here forever, what say we do something a little spicy? I'm going to put my crash trap down here, and anybody that passes over this now is going to have a bad time. If they've got their shield on, they will be de-shielded. It recharges itself. Now, here comes this guy. Now, you see that they have reinforcements coming in. There's one right now, that guy. We've met him before. These are kind of new enemy types, which is neat that they put those in. Look at that. The right guy over there just lost his... that's a shame. He just lost his shield, but then he got the spare one from the Defender, and I am out right now of shield. I zoomed in to punch him because it actually knocks them back and doesn't stun them. It gives you a little leeway. If this guy had a gun, I would be in huge trouble right now, but fortunately, since he doesn't, I'm able to get away from him. Okay, we've got two of those guys, two Defenders over there. Like I said, they're newer enemy types. I've got to disable this turret because it's going to blast me if it gets a handle on me. You can see that the shields are kind of incomplete when they're down, like that guy on the right, and they're a full circle when they're full up. Okay, I need to take down that guy with the key right there. If he could get far enough away from the Defender, that would do it. And I could either wrench him or the turret would get him. I like that they just kind of business as usual. See, that one Defender just lost his shield. He's still getting shield from the other Defender. But, if he would just get a little farther away, I could give him the business. Okay. This is the Jammer, I think. You can tell by sort of his white uniform. And, he got a little too close to Wrench Town there. This would be completely undoable if I didn't have that crash trap, incidentally. Okay. If you get away from somebody before they really get a lock on you, they don't start the alarm. I like that they do that slow motion when people are detecting you. It just gives you a little extra chance to do something spicy. You can dodge some gunfire. A shotgun, basically, forget about it. It fills the entire hallway with projectiles. Now, there's our personal mission intel. That's what we're here for. So let's grab it, and yeah, good. We got that guy before his shield activated. This man is not quick enough. I think the ship is on autopilot, meaning it won't actually have a pilot up there. So we just need to get this guy and get out of here. And that's what we're gonna do. Since this guy isn't shielded, and we've kind of already blown the... Oh, ship secured. Oh, yeah. So basically what happened there was the combination of crash trap and turret had just duffed everybody on the right side of the ship. And with that mission, we now have a liberation available, ladies and gentlemen. That means one of these stations we can pick to liberate. We get the station, it gets taken from whatever faction it was, and we usually, or at least frequently, get an unlock, something new that will become available in the stores. Now, all of this stuff looks really good. sometimes you can just go after one faction, sometimes you can go after multiple ones, but you get different kinds of equipment depending on the ones you want to go for. I'm going to go for this rechargeable crash beams, because those are obviously incredible, and I would like them. Now notice that we also have, available to us now, different Defector missions. Ooh, and we unlocked Bloodless missions as well. That's a new challenge type. We get a little bit more money for doing those special missions. Bloodless, obviously, just no death. Now, if we wanted to do a Defector mission, those are like special one-offs. You get a particular set of goodies and a particular mission. Here, we're going to have to assassinate a guy with a quick-fire shotgun, an armor-piercing short blade, and a self-charging swapper, which is fine. The swapper just changes your place with somebody else. The quick-fire shotgun, of course, does its thing, and you'll notice that there are some armored targets on this ship. There we go. It's the little 1-2 right there. And armored targets are going to be invulnerable to our shotgun. We're going to need that quick blade to deal with them. Getting stuff which removes shields and removes armor is a big deal in the mid to late game, because you're going to start seeing enemies who are shielded and armored, and really, I mean, you know, those take priority. Look at that. That guy absolutely did not care about my shotgun. So here's with the armored piercing quick blade, down he goes. You can tell armored guys because they have kind of an orangish, yellowish armor on, and shielded guys obviously have that blue shield around them. Whoops. Okay, well, I guess I won't be going that way. You'll see I did lethal damage there. Now, I've locked myself out of this door, but using the swapper, I'll change places with the guard with the armor so that I can just kind of knife the other one in the back. Okay, they saw me over there, which is a bit of a bummer, but I don't think they're armored, so blammo. Very nice. Now the armored guy swapped to me, teleported to me. They don't teleport right back to where they were, even if they have glitch dash. They'll wait until they hear something to get to you. Now, see there, I've replaced the keycard that I, might have had earlier with that terminal. Terminals and keycards are pretty much the same deal. Shotguns are so good if you don't have to worry about either killing people or setting off alarms. Now, a key cloner. I don't know that that's going to be useful because we just got all those keys, but this is incredibly good. And it does just what you think. If you're doing a stealth kind of thing, then, people don't see you. You get whatever key they had, and they're none the wiser. They don't get alerted at all. Okay. Again, you see here that armor doesn't care about the shotgun, unless you get a special armor-piercing gun. The Visitor is another teleport tool. It teleports you for a short time to another location, which is really nice. Okay, watch, we have to assassinate this guy. Now, I'm not quite close enough, but if I go down here and use my Visitor, I teleport right up into their business, which is great, and I can do a few things. Now, let me change here to my armor-piercing short blade. Down he goes. I don't have any weapons besides this and the quick-fire shotgun, so let me just get out of their way for a second. And look, as soon as that glitch reached me, back I went. It teleported me away, let me recharge, hop out, and blast them. It's a great weapon, and a lot of fun to use. There's a bunch of different teleporters, as I said. You've seen the Swapper and the Visitor so far. There's also a Sidewinder, which teleports you no holds barred, just forever, but it has to be a place that you could get to. Like, there can't be doors between you, which is neat. And here's the Slipstream, which is great. It slows down time, meaning that you go much faster. As you can see here, I'm able to just run circles around these people. He might have had a bead on me before, but your recharges also go quicker. And you get a little brief moment of hyper time after you're done with those. Those are super useful, especially if you've got more than 2 guards and you want to melee them. Or, just a bunch of guards that you want to melee. Or if you just want to go into a room and do it John Woo style, then that's the thing for you. So much of the equipment in this game is useful in so many situations. Teleport up there just to get myself closer, just to make all these, shots count as much as they can. Do the quick fire. That guy heard it, heard the noise and teleported away from me. Now see, the pilot here was armor wearing, so he didn't care. Watch, the glitch is coming after me, so and actually, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because I got both those guys with the shotgun, but if they had found me while I was unconscious, they would have kicked me out. But because of the Visitor, they don't do that. You can just teleport right away. Now I got a concussion hammer, which is sort of the advanced wrench. The concussion hammer is a fancy wrench, as you may know. It knocks people way back. It does a ton of damage. It knocks them out. It doesn't kill them, so it's good for non-lethal stuff. And it has a very quick recovery time, quicker than the wrench. It's like Wrench V 2.0. I really like the concussive hammer. Just kind of messing around at this point. I mean, I've accomplished my mission. I could just get out of here, but that's no fun. Let's play for a little bit, so to speak, as if this was some kind of a let's play. Now, duffed him with the hammer. Now we've got a short blade as well, so down he goes. And away we go with the visitor. Visitors can be really good for short-term positioning yourself, because again, you don't have to worry about being there long-term. You don't have to clear out the entire corridor or whatever. Well, basically one group left, it looks like. So, let's teleport down here, get our hammer and our short blade out. Bing, bang, bonk. Barnaby Bosh, as they might say. Alright, well that's pretty much it. We've completed this liberation mission. We can retire in peace. They're just these fun little extras you get after you do a liberation. And I just think they're real nice. I like doing them. That guy now just disappears forever, retires in peace, and everything's great. We get back to... we can actually pick new people, but we're going to stick with Chester Grounder for a while. For a little bit longer yet. Well, let's see. Let's take on one of those Bloodless missions. Let's see how good the old hammers can be. You can see the glitch clause on that other hard mission there, but it doesn't look like anybody's going to be unbeatable. If I had a concussion hammer, I would use that, but 2 wrenches will be more than sufficient for just a hard mission. There are harder missions than hard, and you'll see those later once we start unlocking them. I'm going to leave 1 or 2 little transports in, just to you know, so you remember what it's like, so remember what piloting around is like and seeing the galaxy. It is really pretty. So... looks like a foundry ship. Let's see what they got. You'll start to know each of the ships have their, the 4 types of ships have unique designs, have unique floor plans and things to look out for, and I think that's really neat. Yeah, if I can, as long as I can isolate things to 2 guards, then 2 wrenches is more than sufficient. Now, that over there is a pretty spicy quantity of guards, and so those 2 are facing me. Now, I could handle this if I had a teleporter, or if I had a gun, but I can't use a gun because I'm on a Bloodless clause, so nobody can die. Again, getting, you know, rammed with a wrench to the head, a pipe wrench even, from, you know, half the room away is, of course, no problem. Okay, now, you see this, I got caught, and I have seconds until capture. That means things are going to get real bad. I'm just going to get captured and sort of fail. If I don't get to the pilot in time, you have to take out the pilot, and then you lose that alarm, which I fortunately did. Good news, I didn't have to get within the bubble of that guy, or else he would have detected me. But other than that, it was just Wrenchfest 2018 after that. And I don't think there were any cargo containers over on the left side of the ship. So rather than risk myself going over there and trying to bosh everybody, I'm just going to take a quick look. And if I do see anything, I do see. I can't resist. Yeah, there's nothing over there. It's time for me to go, I think. Why risk anything? I think if a guard shoots another guard, you also fail the Bloodless clause, which is a bummer. But, you know, we passed that one. So, let's take on another rescue mission. This one with some armored boys. It's another mission for Satyr Fiasco, so it'll lower our personal mission even a little bit more. And, spoiler alert, this one doesn't go so well. Look at that. I got just absolutely one-shotted right there. I thought I was going to have at least a second. I don't know what that thing is, that glowy thing that was flying away. In fact, I kind of don't dock again right away just because I wanted to see. It just looks like it blows up. I don't know if I was supposed to catch it or whatever. But remember I talked about those windows? Yeah, if they can catch you, they just blow you out of the sky. You have to do some quick time events, sort of quick time or whatever. You repair yourself, but we are now on emergency fuel, ladies and gentlemen. Which technically means we should go back home to a friendly station, but I decide, nah, forget that. I want to finish this mission. Is what I want to do. So, because we triggered the alert, there's all these jerks who are showing up. But, fortunately, nobody just stands with their gun facing the door. They give us a sporting chance to come back in and knock everybody out. No, I don't. I'm looking again as I record this just to see if I missed. I cannot, for the life of me, find the key card to open that door there. You see that I shot at it with a crash beam, which might have taken down the lock, except that, unfortunately, it had a jammer on it because of the alarm earlier. It didn't work that way. So I just wasn't able to use that. But I want to get this guy to open the door right here. So I think, oh, I know. I'll just make some noise. I'll just do a little something and see if I can't get his attention. Well, okay, not that guy, but I do it to a guy later, and you'll see why that doesn't work. So I was hoping he would have a key. He doesn't. I think the key is down south or something. Or did the key guy just explode or go away? I don't see a terminal where you can do it, except for, again, that one down there. I do see that there's something to look at in there. Now, here's an automatic concussive shotgun. I needed something that wasn't quiet, because any quiet gun, you won't be able to hear through the doors. Nobody will come check on you. And sometimes, if, somebody hears you, they might have a key, and here's what I forgot. They have that glitch dash. So no, they won't open the door for me, unfortunately. They just teleport to me, which doesn't actually do me any good. If a guard opens a door, you can jump right through it, and that's no problem. Alright, let's, this is a defender, so he gives shield to other people. It is worth it taking out his shield. We've got a little conga line going here. I don't mean to be the kind of guy who talks about, like, oh, I got robbed, but, like, I just genuinely don't understand. I feel like I was wrenching the guy, and I feel like I wasn't permitted to wrench. Actually, looking on review on the tape, I might have not had a second wrench equipped. I think maybe I had a crash beam equipped. Oh well. Let's go back for trial number 3. Again, I need to stress to everybody, I am very good at this game, and anything you see that suggests otherwise is erroneous. Like, for instance, if I knock a guy out, enter into a room, and then discover that it's actually locked behind me, and I don't have the key to get out of it. A rechargeable visitor is not worth that kind of a hassle. A visitor, incidentally, that's the teleport that would only take me for a short time to a place, so I briefly contemplated using that, but decided, you know what, I have a different idea. Let's take our subverter, which, fortunately, I have one thing that this can do on, and also, fortunately, this is outside of the jammer. There we go. I actually was able to activate it. And at this point, like, everything's locked. I can't get anywhere. I've been kicked out, like, twice. My ship got blown up. This mission is bad mission. I'm starting to think maybe this isn't the mission for me. And that's life in heat signatures. You win some, and you have embarrassing public failures on some. Sometimes you just hate the ship and you want to explode it. I was hoping, that was like my last, trial, was like maybe that would call somebody. But at this point, I think we've simply got to accept that that's that. We're going to go home and get a different mission. One nice thing is I have not actually had this situation before where I've been in emergency fuel reserve, so I did pick up a little achievement for that, which is nice. I don't know why they keep saying that, because I know. I'm actually trying to lower my fuel reserves just to make sure that I got the achievement for entering a friendly station when you're like on your very last bit of emergency fuel. I didn't know if you had to be completely absent from it, but whatever. I got it. That's what counts. Alright, let's do something else. Let's make ourselves feel better with a little other mission. You can see there we've got light reinforcements, they've got jammer gates, and I need at least one non-lethal weapon in order to take out the guy that I'm kidnapping. Because you can't kidnap a corpse. That is mercenary work 101 right there. Now, they were kind enough to start splitting their bad selves up for me. I kind of don't like this setup, because if you give them a second, the shield guys, then they'll pop right up their emergency shields. If you can ambush them, then everything is great. I'm seeing if I can quite get to him, but nah, look, he had popped up his shield just a half second before the concussive shotguns rounds reached him. You see how much time you really have, though. Like, it's a quick action game, but they really do give you a lot of time, which I really appreciate. It's like simultaneously frantic and measured. Like, you do have a lot of time to plan your next move. Now, I'm trying to think what the next best thing to do would be here. I wanted to take off both of their shields. I only managed to get one of them, which is a bummer, but whatever, it still crippled them. I'm really loving this concussive shotgun. I wish I would have actually fired it at the right guy there. What I maybe should have done was gone down here and used my subverter on that teleporter, and that would have taken away any further reinforcements. And in fact, I think I might do that in the future. I'll try to show that off, but for now, we'll continue using the crash trap. Now, unfortunately, what I forgot is defenders also come with shotguns, which is a bit of a shame. Which means I have to get kicked out again. I have to stress, I'm very good at the game. You can get better pods later, which make this easier, which is something which is very nice. Now, I think, yes, he had a concussive shotgun, which means I didn't actually take any lasting damage from this. You just have to come back and you know, be out of the ship for a second. It's not so bad. There, all I wanted was for him to get far enough away from the defender that he didn't have that permanent shield. I think I've said a couple times this update, but those special classes of enemies were a late addition. They've actually done a fair amount of support for the game post-release, which is really nice. It adds an additional challenge and keeps things interesting. Now, there are a ton of shielded enemies. The nice thing about shields is that they're down some of the time. If anybody has armor, then it is just up all the time. The nice thing about armor is if you have an armor-piercing gun, or an armor-piercing melee weapon, as you saw in the challenge, the Defector mission, you just don't ever have to care about it. It just isn't a thing at that point. So there we go. And Jammer is down. Gonna reposition my crash trap here. We've still got to capture that guy, which is a bit of a shame because he's permanently shielded. There's another defender wandering around. Let's see if I can lure some of them down here, and I'll crash trap them again. Traps are absolutely great. There's acid traps as well for armored guys. And in the early stages of the game, at least, when you don't have a lot of stuff that can penetrate shields and armor and things like that, they're maybe your best bet. Now, 2 unshielded mooks, that sounds like a double wrench scenario to me. Bink. Bonk. There we go. Very nice. I think I got 2 of them in one blow, which is super. Now, I can't pick up the, there we go. Get the crash trap that way. Ship is secured. I could actually just pilot it home, and I cut that out as I said I would. We got that Bloodless. We get another liberation, ladies and gentlemen. 2 in 1 update. I am feeling good about that. Obviously, there's a lot of liberations, and I'm going to pick up the pace of missions as we get further into this Let's Play, basically showing off new stuff and funny ones, but leaving off some of the ships, because it's, you know, multiple ships per liberation, and many, many liberations. But here we go. We're entering into the Foundry territory. We now have audacious missions. Our next difficulty step up. Audacious missions are quite hard. Hard missions, I can mostly do them. But, you know what? I figured, let's do one more, just before we end out here. Let's do another Defector mission. We got 2 armor-piercing long blades, so we are just absolutely, Quentin Tarantino style. And, a high-capacity slipstream. High-capacity slipstream and 2 long blades is a fun time, let me tell you. So, let's just go ahead and activate her here. We are now going in slow-mo, and we are a whirlwind of death at this point, ladies and gentlemen. If you normally have 2 melee weapons, unless they're, you know, a long blade and a short blade can be a good combo, but 2 long blades, you really wouldn't want to take on any more than 2 enemies, unless, again, you know, they were positioned in such a way that you could take out 2 without the 3rd noticing you. Now, we've activated our slipstream. Down we go. This guy is just gonna get a shot off on me before I manage to slice him. So you can see that the time can even be a little tight if you have a slipstream. Again, I probably could have done that better. I could have paused more and looked for who was noticing me first, whose bar was filled higher up. But, these Defector missions are just fun. If you fail them, you can just restart them, so, I don't want to go in there and risk slicing that guy up. So they're meant to be done, sort of quickly. And they're just, you get the equipment that you need, they give you a curated situation. They're a lot of fun. See you guys next time.